Just as I thought that I seen the most valuable bike for the money, well, this one comes across and it is called the Haoqi Leopard. This is the Pro model. And let me tell you guys, the price is $1099, meaning $1,099. We can round it off to $1,100 if you like to call it like that. Of course, plus taxes, and I think they offer free shipping, and they do have discounts right now currently available for these bikes. And originally, I think this one was about $16.99. So this is awesome for what you're getting, guys. They come in different colors. I believe they come in green, orange, black, white, and I'm not sure if there's other colors available, but I know I saw those 4 colors for sure. And this one is a 26-inch by 4-inch tire bike. So it has knobby tires as well. They consider it the all-terrain. It has a 7-speed Shimano system. It has a 5-level pedal assist. It charges in about 4 to 6 hours approximately because it has a 3-amp charger. And it has a weight capacity of 400 pounds. Typically, I see e-bikes coming with a weight capacity of about 330 pounds, so that's quite amazing. It has a decent sized display. It comes also with hydraulic brakes on the front and the rear with 160 millimeter rotors, which is quite amazing. Again, we're talking about an e-bike that costs just $10.99, guys. And I've seen a lot of bikes around this price range, but typically they come with something like a 13 amp hour to a 15 amp hour battery, not a 20 amp hour battery. And sometimes they are 500 watts and not 750 watts like this Leopard bike. This is quite amazing. The battery is removable, and I think the rear comes with a rack. I'm not sure if this one does have the rack based on the picture I see on the box. But even if it doesn't, guys, it is still a tremendous value. This thing has awesome reviews online as well. And I think that this is a bike that a lot of people can buy, enjoy, and really be satisfied with. Our assembly is pretty much complete, as you guys can tell. And now we're just gonna do a quick walkthrough. It looks like we have a suspension seat, which is super exciting because, well, we know that we don't have a rear suspension. And if you guys follow my reviews, I always say that if they're not going to include a rear suspension, to at least include a suspension seat. This one looks to be exactly that, guys. I still haven't taken it out of my electric hoist right here. I just finished the assembly, as I said already. So this is the 7-speed Shimano derailleur, and it is a single speed, as you can tell. This is the battery, so we had to remove this battery here momentarily. Let's go ahead and grab my scissor. There we go. And we had the battery in hand, and man, this thing's heavy. As you can see, it kind of tucks in inside the frame, but it is so big and heavy that it actually sticks out a little bit. So right here, we can see the information, 48 volts, 20 amp hours, okay? The fenders here are made out of plastic. It does come with the rear rack, as I mentioned earlier. And this thing is just fully equipped, guys. We get an actual horn instead of a bell, as we have gotten before. You have the little power on switch right there. We have seen the system previously. We have a very decent display on this side. We have the gear selector on this side. And this one is actually a twist throttle, as you can tell. And yeah, guys, it looks pretty cool. It looks like the horn and the front light are both the same. Let me show you. Okay, as you can tell, the horn is that speaker looking thing on the rear, and this is the front light. And of course, you also get the tail light as well. This thing is fully equipped. Check out the 750 watt motor made by Xiongda. All right, I've heard of Bafang, but I never heard of Xiongda before. Well, guys, this Haoqi Leopard Pro bike has come a long way. It's been sitting here in my garage for some time, but it is all because some manufacturing error that can happen to any e-bike out there. This was just a tiny defect that it is not a quality defect, but instead it was an assembly error by the factory and it was already resolved. It took about a week and a half approximately, and the customer service from Haoqi was absolutely phenomenal. They reached out to me very quickly, they responded very quickly, and within a few days I got the parts. So basically what happened is that on arrival, when I inspected the bike after it started it for just about 2 minutes or so, I noticed that it had turned off, of course. So I contacted the manufacturer. They said that they suspect that maybe it had a defective controller, but in fact it was that the wire that powers the motor, which is on the opposite side here, it was pinched by the kickstand. So the kickstand was installed from factory. It comes already with the bike, and so basically what they did is that with this bolt they perforated the wire and it caused a short that happened once I hit the throttle to make it go. So when I started it, it turned on. As soon as I hit the throttle, it turned off. It's because two wires were making contact together with that bolt and it made a short and damaged the controller. They sent me a controller very quickly. I got it, installed it. I noticed the issue here also with the wire. I fixed it, and now the bike is perfect, guys. I've used it for about 8 miles and I've had no issues. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take off with this baby and see what she's all about. Well guys, today we are kind of sort of caught here on a little windy day. However, it is a beautiful day, and what I will do here with the Haoqi is what I have done with the other e-bikes, which is take it to the park. It's about a 5 to 6 mile ride approximately, and on the way there we're going to do a couple of tests. The reason I want to go to the park today is to do a hill test on this particular one. So right now we have 8.5 miles on the odometer. The battery seems to be holding well, and at least for those 8 miles it held them like nothing. We do have a maximum capacity, if I remember correctly on this one, of up to 50 to 60 miles in range. So the controls are quite basic. We have our horn, electronic horn. I love this. We have our light button, which also turns on the rear tail light. We have our plus and minus here, the selectors for the pedal assist, the power key. We have, I believe it's a information key of some sort, and then the other one is a select key. Excuse me for that. And so we do have here hydraulic brakes on this particular e-bike. As I said before, we have adjustable front suspension, and we have suspension seat as well, guys. So the first thing we're going to do here is just conduct a quick speed test. So pedal assist 1 takes you up to 8 miles, 7 to 8 miles. Then we have pedal assist 2, throttle only of course, and this will take us to 14 miles an hour, as you can tell. Then we have pedal assist 3. This should take us to about 19 miles an hour, as you guys can observe right here. And pretty soon we will test here pedal assist 4. I'm going on the main road, and I don't think there's a lot of traffic. Today's a Wednesday, today's a holiday, I'm off, so that's cool. This is pedal assist 4, guys, and pedal assist 4 is giving us here on the GPS 25 miles. On the display it says 28. All right, and then we have pedal assist number 5, and it is staying about the same. So pedal assist number 5 doesn't have a dramatic change, maybe another 2 miles per hour or so. Let me get off the street. So we're doing almost 30, guys. We did 29, so that wasn't too bad. We did just about 29 miles an hour. Something I think are not that great are the hydraulic brakes, and I don't think it's the actual hydraulic brake. I think that the pads are not very grippy. So we're going to do a stopping power test here momentarily, and we're going to do that. Let's see, we're doing 25. We're going to do it from this box. All right, yep, we started where the mailbox is, right over there, guys. And that took a solid, I would say 20 to 22 feet to come to a complete stop. So to me, in my book, that's not so great. It's not terrible. I would say that the solution for this will be just to replace the pads, and you guys are going to be I think a little bit happier with the results. But besides that, guys, this is the suspension seat. Obviously it's hard to move. It works with your weight, of course. And I'm telling you guys, on the rear I have zero complaints. Typically I don't like e-bikes that don't include some sort of suspension on the rear, guys, because you have to admit, when you hit a bump, it hurts. I mean, the other day I was testing the King Bull, the Light Rider, which is a great bike, by the way, but it doesn't have suspension on the rear, and I happened to hit this bump and I felt it on my tailbone, and the next day I was actually sore. So to me, having rear suspension, as with many other consumers out there, I would call that a must. You have to have it, even if you don't use it all the time. It has to be there, guys, because it's going to get to the point where you're going to hit a hard bump and you're going to feel that in your soul. Trust me, I did. So this one is a single motor, as we know, 750 watts, and I gotta say, it's quite responsive. I like the throttle also. It responds very quickly. I've seen other e-bikes where the throttle response was not that great, but with this one it's actually pretty good. All right, guys, so as for the pedals, when you are pedaling and you have it on certain pedal assist, it'll go straight to that speed. The Haoqi, if you pedal, regardless if it's slow or fast, it'll just take you to the speed on your pedal assist. So you will have to adjust your pedal assist if you want to exercise. So for instance, if you want the pedals to start being functional and actually start doing something with them, then you have to be on pedal assist number 3 and maybe on gear 5 here on your Shimano system. Which, by the way, talking about the Shimano system, it works perfectly, guys. I have zero complaints. It is well calibrated. Nothing came bad, and it has a little guard on the rear that protects it from any object hitting it. So that's quite common for many e-bikes. However, I've seen e-bikes that don't include that. Comfort on this e-bike, guys, is quite noticeable. I don't get hand fatigue. The handlebars are upright, so you're sitting in an upright position all the time, and it just feels responsive. It's really, really good. The fenders are a little bit flimsy. I think the support they put on there are not the best. Well, guys, we just made it here to this park. This is my local park. It's specifically called the Haoqi Leopard. Well, the bike handled that little trip very, very nicely, which is definitely a plus. There we go. We just hit 30, guys, right there. So we did even a little bit better. But the display is off by about 1 whole mile, guys. Well, guys, we just arrived here to this boat ramp, and the view is absolutely phenomenal. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be here, but I did it anyways. We've done 13.4 miles, and we had 8.1 miles on the odometer when we started it. The battery's still full, the power is still the same, so that kind of gives you an idea, guys. I always say you have to deduct at least a 30 to 40% on the range when you are using it on, you know, the highest pedal assist. You weight, you know, the amount of weight that I do, which is 214 pounds. It has held so far so good. This display here, the brightness, it's not bad. I mean, I have glasses on, polarized glasses, and it doesn't affect the colors. I can see it clearly, and I'm pretty sure you guys can see it here through the camera. All right, guys, so here comes our off-road test, and I feel like this is just too easy for the bike. That's the greatness about having 26-inch by 4-inch tires. Off-roading, you're gonna have a fantastic time. Super easy, and with a 750 watt motor, we know that there's no struggle, guys. It might deplete the battery a little bit faster, but there's just no struggle whatsoever. And that seat is doing a lot of work, guys. So we can pass this at 15 miles an hour, no issues. So off-roading would not be a problem. But we are doing the hill test here from scratch. This is about a 15% hill incline. Let's see how it does, guys. Zero pedaling. We are on pedal assist number 5. Going uphill, 15%. And check this out, guys. We are actually increasing speed. We did it at about 12 miles an hour. And I'm a guy that weighs 215 pounds. So just use that as a reference. I did it with ease, in my opinion. I wasn't struggling at all. I was actually increasing speed as I was going. So here we're doing a little bit of gravel also. Of course, these tires are meant for all terrain. It's doing great even on gravel, guys. I believe I mentioned this, but something unique about this bike that not every bike has it, and I haven't seen it much, is that it comes already with a adjustable stem, so you can increase, decrease the height based on your likings. In my case, my arms are not really that long, so I prefer to have it up, so that way I get better comfort, guys. Let me tell you, the comfort on this bike, I'll keep mentioning this over and over, is amazing. I have zero complaints about the comfort. So far, I don't feel any fatigue, and I've been riding for a little over 45 minutes. And I gotta say, it's been a true joy. Alrighty, guys, so I think that will conclude today's ride with the Haoqi Leopard Pro. Excellent e-bike with very little flaws. And the two flaws that I found on it was just the pads. They're not very grippy, and that the fenders are a little bit flimsy. Besides that, it is a very good bike with great endurance when it comes to the battery. So far today, let me give you a quick view here. We have done a little over 7 miles, and we still have a full charge, guys, and it hasn't lost any power. So the bike seems to be as advertised in every single aspect. I do like here the tail light. Let me go ahead and turn them on for you so that way you get a better idea. And this is the tail light here, guys. It is quite bright even in the daylight time. It is mainly designed for nighttime, of course, but it is currently 3 p.m. here in Florida, and it is still visible, as you guys can tell. So is the front headlight. Very cool little e-bike here. The front has a quick release system for the tire in case you get a flat. And yeah, overall, I'm liking this bike. If you guys have any questions, just comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and share. And also, click on the bell icon so that you don't miss future videos like this.